JB, what did you see just in the fourth quarter that shifted for you guys just in this one after fighting for most of the game?
I thought we did a good job, but we didn't close possessions. Gave up 5 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter. It seemed like, to the eye, they made you pay every single time. When you're playing a team, that's made up the way they are, you do a great job and get a stop. You can't give them an extra look at it. I thought that happened too often.
What did you see from Evan tonight, just the way that he was able to battle against him?
He drew a hell of a charge to get him beat his 6th foul. He did a hell of a job. It's clear as day that's a charge. There's no doubt about it. The call was made on the floor. He stands in between him and the basket. They lower the shoulder. I thought Evan competed, laid it all out on the line. Guys ought to be rewarded for that. You know what I mean? Like, if you're willing to stick your nose in there, sacrifice your body, you ought to be rewarded for the correct play.
Danny Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. What do you think of Karras tonight off the bench?
I thought he was great. I think we're seeing what Karras is capable of. His ability to create, not only for himself, but to create for his teammates. And it feels like he's catching a rhythm, with his shot making and when to pick his spots. So I think he's doing a great job for us on both ends.
How did you think your guys handled maybe being able to be more physical at certain points of the game?
I don't think we were able to. I think they were able to be more physical at times, but I don't think we were able to be more physical. It was not what for what, and it's that simple. There's a play, a guy spins away from the basket and not even looking at the basket and gets a foul called for him. Like, it's not what for what tonight.
Jason, did you get an explanation? What did they tell you after the overturn of the drill?
They said there wasn't enough contact to be a charge, which, there's a 300-pound man that bowls through your chest. It's a charge, and it's that simple.
I'm not talking about Jared. Are you a big short right now in your rotation?
You mean without?
Even just coming off the bench.
Yeah, we are smaller than we've been. There's no doubt about it. I think Lamar plays bigger than he is typically, but we definitely are smaller than we've been.
Morris Smith, East Chronicle Telegram. JB, Danny already asked a little bit, but just Karras, it just seemed like he had such a strong first half in particular. Just if you could, a little bit more about what he brought to the table today. Doesn't end up, making a difference in the wins and losses, but it seemed like he brought a lot to
Yeah, I think he took a lot of pressure off the way that they wanted to defend Donovan and Darius. And he was able to make them pay by getting to the paint, sharing the ball, creating for himself. But I also think he did a great job defensively. He's been running long stretches and has had a huge impact for us. So again, I think he's trending in the right direction and ramping it up.
Obviously, what you want to be seeing from him at this point in the stretch of the season.
Yeah, and it's it's credit to him for sticking to it. He's obviously had some ups and downs, but, he's never let it get the best of him, and he's always gone out and done whatever he can do to help the team win.
Evan Damo right down equal. JB, how much of a momentum killer is it when you have guys that can beat and Harden or just have the ability to get to the line and kind of just stop the flow of things?
Yeah, again, not taking anything away from those guys. Like, they're phenomenal basketball players, and they know how to play within the rules. I was with James for 4 years in Houston, and he's a master at manipulating the rules. And Joel does the same. So, you have to be extremely disciplined. But even then, they find a way to create that contact and draw a foul.
And you had mentioned not matching the physicality. Was it something you saw all game long, or just especially in the fourth quarter?
No. I'm not saying our guys didn't match the physicality by any means. I'm just saying, that in times, both teams were not allowed to be physical. All good, bro.
SpencerDaviesBasketball.com. Just kind of jumping off of Karras' point, it seems like the bench over the last few has definitely picked up the pace a little bit. How important is that they're starting to find their groove again with you guys, just to kind of propel you when the other guys are sitting?
I mean, it's important. You can't have, net negatives at those times. You need to have guys that can provide a punch and can provide a spark. And I think we have those guys, and they've shown that they can do it. So, it's just a matter of, again, us as coaches helping to put them in position, and then them going out and performing to the best of their abilities.
Last one, Chris. Oh, last two.
Chris Manning from Dime. Obviously, Embiid goes off, but when you see Evan do what he did defensively and hold up the way he did, what do you think that does for him and where we can go from this?
I mean, again, Evan believes, that he belongs with everybody, and we believe that he does as well. Embiid, again, we talked about it beforehand. Like, I don't know the scheme. I don't know the one player. I've yet to see it. But I thought Evan competed his tail off and made things extremely difficult. When he's got that little mid-range shot going, there's not a lot of answers for him. So, Evan belongs, and Evan can compete with anybody on the floor.
Bob Fanning, Elyria Chronicle. Is Jarrett expected back soon, or?
We're hopeful. We got good news from the doctors, but again, it's an eye, and you just have to wait and see the swelling and the blurriness and all those things. So I can't really give you an exact timetable. We just have to wait and see how he heals.